the Ellen situation.
Yeah.
You know, people found out that Ellen was mean, and all these people came out and said, Ellen's actually a bitch.
The truth? No, I don't like you enough. I don't want to spend 5 hours with you and your...
For years, Ellen DeGeneres was the queen of daytime television. Her smile was everywhere. Her message was simple: be kind. Millions trusted her. Celebrities adored her. She seemed untouchable. But behind the cameras, something very different was happening. Allegations of a toxic work environment, mistreatment of employees, and sexual misconduct shattered her image. Now Ricky Gervais is revealing the truth. He claims Ellen DeGeneres held more power than fans ever realized. More connections, more control, more influence. And get this, Ricky claims Ellen's story is much darker than people know. So just how powerful was Ellen? Well, I investigated the claims, and what I found will leave you shocked.
But it's a rough one now.
It's a rough one now because she was running Abu Ghraib in the back of her show. That's a rough one. She's out there dancing with Kristen Bell, and in the back, there's people that are getting up on the rack like this.
It's so weird when you see, like, a lot of people saying that someone who seems so nice is not nice at all.
She doesn't seem nice, but that's people have a very poor judge of character. She doesn't seem nice. It seems forced. People that are like that all the time, she doesn't seem nice. It's very forced. And whatever, you're allowed to be a bitch, right? You're allowed to be a bitch. You're allowed to be nasty to people. You're accomplished. You're a comedian. You did the whole thing. What you're not allowed to do is have a Guantanamo Bay situation in the backstage of your show where everybody's walking around afraid for their life.
Now, every public figure eventually distills their brand and public perception into a few defining personality traits. For most of her career, Ellen DeGeneres was known as friendly, funny, and altruistic. She famously adopted "be kind" as her mantra, urging everyone to treat one another with kindness. However, beneath the surface, there were claims from staff and acquaintances that Ellen was not as kind as she portrayed herself to be. You see, according to Ricky Gervais, those who personally knew Ellen knew how bad she could get. But to understand just how bad Ellen was, you have to go back to the very beginning. Now, here is the thing. Ellen's journey to stardom was not straightforward. At 23, unsure of her path, Ellen worked various odd jobs, including painting houses, factory work, bartending, and selling vacuum cleaners. Her discovery of stand-up comedy came almost by chance when friends convinced her to perform at a benefit. She found joy in comedy, despite lacking deep passion, which ironically suited her career progression. In the 1980s, Ellen gained popularity performing stand-up across the country, winning Showtime's Funniest Person in America contest in 1982.
Good night for a young comedian to appear because you're all in a great mood. This is her first appearance on network television, although she can be seen this month on HBO's Young Comedian Special. And she's working at the Improvisation in San Diego this weekend. She'll be at the San Francisco Punchline the 3rd through the 6th of December, and at the Dallas Improv December the 9th through the 6th to 14th. Would you welcome Ellen DeGeneres? Ellen?
Ellen appeared on major late-night shows, a milestone for comedians. By 1986, she had roles in sitcoms like Open House and Laurel Hill, and an HBO special in 1992. Her comedy style was quirky and relatable, avoiding shock humor or controversial topics. This approach earned her respect and a loyal fan base. In 1994, Ellen starred in her own ABC sitcom, Ellen, playing a neurotic bookstore owner. The show was a hit, but faced cancellation after Ellen came out as gay in a groundbreaking 1997 episode known as the Puppy Episode. This moment was historic, making Ellen the first lead character on American TV to come out. The episode drew 42 million viewers. It featured celebrity cameos, including Oprah Winfrey.
I want somebody special, somebody, that I click with.
And obviously you didn't click with Richard. Has there ever been anyone you felt you clicked with? And what was his name?
Susan.
Despite the success, advertisers like Chrysler, McDonald's, and Coca-Cola pulled their music support, and the show's ratings declined, leading to the cancellation a year later. After coming out, Ellen's career faltered. She took minor roles in less successful films, while her then-girlfriend, actress Anne Heche, saw her career decline after dating Ellen. Heche later revealed struggles with mental health and feeling isolated during their relationship.
Did you ever try to reach out and make peace with Ellen?
You know, every day of my life with her was reaching out to her to make peace. I think it was a very difficult thing for her to trust that I was a woman who could fall in love with a woman without being gay, and I think that was a lot to process. So I tried to make that process as simple as possible by quitting Hollywood, moving to Ojai, growing gardens, starting to write and direct, which I did with her and Sharon Stone, a movie of all things called Misconception. And nothing would satisfy her soul.
Ellen attempted a career resurgence with a 2001 sitcom and a 2003 stand-up special titled The Beginning, symbolizing a fresh start. Her voice acting role as Dory in Finding Nemo was a major success, grossing $871 million worldwide. In 2003, Ellen launched her daytime talk show, quickly becoming a breath of fresh air in the genre. Her positive, exuberant persona and playful energy attracted an average of 2.4 million daily viewers. Over 19 seasons, she won 33 Daytime Emmy Awards. Her show became a platform for celebrity interviews, musical performances, and viral internet sensations. Ellen was known for generous giveaways and charitable acts, often supported by brand sponsorships. Despite her public kindness, allegations surfaced about a toxic work environment on The Ellen DeGeneres Show. Consisting of more than 30 employees, received no written communication about the status of their working hours, pay, or inquiries about their mental and physical health from producers for over a month. Higher-ups in production would occasionally answer phone calls, but revealed little. The crew was further incensed by the show's recent hire of an outside, non-union tech company to help DeGeneres tape remotely from her home. In other words, after getting exposed, Ellen DeGeneres resumed doing her show with a cut-rate, non-union crew, while her own union crew of many years waited at home in a state of high anxiety, calling producers and getting stonewalled, wondering when they'd ever get back to work, where their next paycheck was coming from, and whether they should apply for unemployment. Eventually, it emerged that 4 people from the 30-person crew were in fact still working, participating in the shoots that were now taking place at DeGeneres' home. The remaining crew were told by producers to brace themselves for a 60% pay cut, even as the show continued to air and the shooting schedule expanded from 4 days per week to 5. This is in contrast to the experience of employees on other talk shows, like Jimmy Kimmel Live, Last Week Tonight with John Oliver, and Full Frontal with Samantha Bee, who were favored with transparent communication throughout the pandemic shutdown and a return to full pay as soon as the shows returned to air. It's been reported that Jimmy Kimmel paid stagehands out of his own pocket during the shutdown period. There's no financial reason why Ellen DeGeneres couldn't have done the same. She is one of the highest paid stars on television, earning more than $50 million per year from her show. Her total net worth is reported to be $330 million. Now, according to Ricky Gervais, the reason Ellen DeGeneres was able to do such things to her crew and get away with it was that she held more power than many people ever realized. She wasn't just a talk show host, she was a gatekeeper. She had the power to make or break careers, to control narratives, to silence those who crossed her. Ricky has been vocal about Hollywood's dark side for years. He's called out hypocrisy at award shows. He's named names, and he's never been afraid to speak truth to power. Now, he's turning his attention to Ellen. According to Ricky, Ellen, the Be Kind mantra was a mask, a carefully constructed image designed to hide the reality behind the scenes. Those who worked for her knew the truth. Those who crossed her felt her power, and those who tried to speak out were silenced. Ricky claims Ellen used her platform to control who succeeded and who failed in Hollywood. She could get you on her show, or she could keep you off. She could make you a star, or she could destroy your reputation. But Ellen's power didn't stop at her talk show. According to Ricky, she had deep connections to powerful people, people who protected her, people who enabled her. And these connections extended into some of the darkest corners of Hollywood. Ricky has suggested that Ellen's involvement with Epstein's circle was more than just a casual acquaintance. He claims she knew what was happening, and she used her power to protect herself, just like so many others in Hollywood. Why did so many people stay silent about Ellen for so long? Because she had power. The power to end careers, the power to destroy lives, and she wasn't afraid to use it. About 20 years ago, so probably 2005, there was a young woman who worked in our office. Worshipped Ellen. I remember how excited she was when she was finally able to get seats to see her show live. There was a long waiting list. She went with a bunch of other crazed Ellen fans. We were all so excited for her. Our boss gave her the day off paid because she was always so sweet and such a hard worker. The next day when she came in, she had the longest face ever. We asked her how it went, and did she get to meet Ellen? She said yes, the whole group got to meet her. Their friend who was on the staff got them backstage, and Ellen was so unbelievably rude to them, basically saying, "How dare you talk to me?" And the staff member got reamed right in front of them for daring to bring these people backstage to talk to her. Our gal was so upset, she started crying and basically hated Ellen from that day forward. People that broadcast their generosity and kindness are usually anything but kind. Genuinely nice and kind people don't have to keep telling and reminding the world that they're nice and kind. I never understood the love for her. She always seemed to make her guests uncomfortable. They never got to finish their sentences, and she was always trying to push their boundaries.
Rumors Ellen was far from nice were out there for years. What was your reaction to the toxic workplace controversy?
I felt that it was in the hands of the people who needed to speak their truth. I hadn't spoken to Ellen in years, and I feel that the stories that need to be listened to are being told.
Did the stuff about her being emotionally abusive to her staff ring true to you?
Emotionally abusive is a container for our actions that we've not healed. And unfortunately, the abusive environment was something that I understood.
Behind the smiles, the dancing, and the be kind mantra, there was a culture of fear, intimidation, and silence. But according to Ricky Gervais, that was only part of the story. Ellen DeGeneres held power that few people realized. She was a gatekeeper. She could make or break careers. She could control narratives. She could silence those who crossed her. For years, the mask held. The public saw a kind, generous woman who gave away cars and danced with celebrities. But the mask slipped. Toxic workplace allegations, mistreatment of employees, sexual misconduct claims, connections to Epstein's circle. In 2022, Ellen's show ended. A show that once attracted 2.4 million daily viewers. A show that won 33 daytime Emmys. A show that made her one of the highest paid stars on television. It ended not with a celebration, but with allegations. So how did she get away with it for so long? According to Ricky Gervais, because the system protected her. The same system that protects so many powerful people in Hollywood. The same system that silences victims, that inconvenient truths, that looks the other way when it's convenient. But now, the system is cracking. More people are speaking out. More allegations are coming to light. And more powerful people are being held accountable. Ellen DeGeneres may have been one of the first, but she won't be the last. So what did Ellen DeGeneres know about Epstein? How many people did she silence? What will it take for the system to finally change? And the most important question of all, who will be the next Hollywood icon exposed? Who is hiding behind a carefully constructed image? And who is still being protected? Ricky Gervais has been telling us the truth for years. He's been mocked, blacklisted, ridiculed, and he's been right every time. The truth always comes out. It may take years, it may take decades, but eventually the mask slips and the world sees what was hiding underneath. Comment below with your thoughts. Do you believe Ricky Gervais's claims about Ellen? Was her "be kind" mantra a mask? And who do you think is next?